Shh. There's a secret floating around Pepper Hill Elementary.
All right, let's see what you build.
An idea sturdier than a marshmallow and toothpick prism.
Oh, I see some people are getting creative. All right, Edwin, how are you going to make them stand on their own?
A question Katie Blomquist asked herself several times.
Cube. It's made up of. I just thought it would be a nice thing to do. I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
Getting her kids up and moving was just a small part of it.
It's the basic childhood right is joy, and every single child deserves that. And a bike, I think, is one of the top things that represents that.
And with that,
I need everyone's eyes.
her Tinkerbell moment.
So it's going to be rectangular or what? Yeah, awesome. They wanted to make family memories, a sense of ownership. A lot of Title I children don't actually own anything that's theirs.
Muscle and might helped make it happen.
What can I do to help? And the rest is history.
A North Charleston church served as a staging area. Meet the Good Hands people, assembling radio flyers. On their off time,
Good to go.
Katie spoke up, asked for volunteers.
My wife saw it on Facebook, and so
Let's get this tire.
we decided to come down here and help out.
With each twist and turn and a tongue roll, the community came out. 100 bikes for the Tykes.
Trust me, it's going to get easy.
I don't know very many cities where the community would, strangers, come together, take off from work and come assemble bikes for kids they don't know, for a teacher they've never heard of.
Katie's big opening came when a Florida bike on King Street agreed to be the missing link, designing and piecing together 550 bikes, all appropriately named the future.
This is a chance for them to truly own something of value. It's a sense of therapy. It's, you just ride as fast as you can and feel the wind in your face and kind of decompress from a day.
2 tractor trailers filled with bikes ready to be delivered.
It became 1,000 times more amazing than I ever dreamed.
Katie's GoFundMe page raised more than $80,000 to make it all possible.
Actual people who gave actual hard-earned money to them to spread some joy to them.
It took all of 3 months.
I had this idea and look what it's become. And it's overwhelming.
One person can change the world. Right?
The silence of Katie's secret. Broken.
Miss Blomquist, where are you?
And all it took was 10 seconds.
Today is the day that every single one of you Pepper Hill students is getting a brand new bike!
The ultimate hands-on teaching moment of giving back fittingly ends with a victory lap.
Give me a new bike!
Listen closely. The sounds of summer. Children at play in the most unlikely of places. A pool of dreams built in the middle of a cornfield.
My most concern was that this would never ever happen to another family, because I didn't want another family to face what me and my husband is going through today, the tragic loss of a child.
Well, we now know the name of the 13-year-old boy who drowned in a Hollywood pond on Monday. Charleston deputies say Genesis Holmes was swimming to an island with a friend when he went under and never resurfaced.
And this is Genesis' graduation class of 2019. He would have graduated this year. Of course, he would have graduated with his class.
It has been 5 years since Genesis' death. 5 long, excruciating years.
The dream that he wanted is actually living through Mommy, saving lives. I never knew in a million years that my son would be not here because of water. Genesis, we love how you made us smile. And
Jennifer
joke.
Holmes' dream began with an idea.
I kept on praying. I kept on talking with people. hoping that they believe me and not thinking that I'm hallucinating or losing my mind.
She wanted to build a pool in rural Charleston County to teach adults and children how to swim. Children like Genesis.
One time I speak to an event, I asked everyone that if they would help me build this pool, if they would join my hand. I held both of my hands up like this here, and immediately I saw the crowd. They all raised their hand up, and they said, I will join you, Ms. Holmes.
$3 million later, and with the support of Charleston County Park and Recs, her prayer was answered.
It was the Christmas of 2016. I was sitting at the board table, and they said, Jennifer, guess what? We can build that pool. And I was like, are you kidding me? He said, Merry Christmas to you, Ms. Holmes. We have the funding. We have enough to go and build.
There was one more obstacle to clear.
Never knew how to swim. My mom and dad, they taught us, stay away. It was like a beast.
The beast, the water, was no match for Jennifer's courage.
With me, I could feel and imagine what Genesis went through. There was no possible way that he could have gotten out. I couldn't move my legs, I couldn't move my arms, I couldn't breathe because Genesis was right there. You know, to know and feel what Genesis felt. Right then I knew I had to keep going, because many more was going to enter inside a pool, pond, lake, or river.
The pool opened in June, named in her son's honor.
Come across quickly.
Jennifer conquered her fear
Off the landline. Thank you.
and has taken a stand.
Thank you so much. Bye.
By keeping watch, guarding those in the water below.
No running, please. No running, please. Walking feet. Even though my child didn't get the opportunity, but so many Genesis today to swim inside of Genesis pool, just to hear their laughter. It makes me feel like I can take another day, like I can walk another day. You having trouble with your life jacket? Come here. Splashes joy. That means they are alive and well and living. And they are enjoying themselves.
All because of a heartbroken mother who found peace in a pool in the middle of a cornfield. Can you hear it now? Build it, and they will learn to swim.
And they come up to me and say, look, Miss Holmes, look what you did. I can swim. Miss Jennifer, I can swim. Good girl.
Thank you.
Because this here is a miracle. This is a true miracle of God.
The eye of the tiger gnome keeps watch. The purple mat welcomes his morning walk. Charles Robinson is all in.
I'm a Clemson fan, but also this helps me be seen by those people driving cars.
The orange-clad trash man.
Whoa.
Hard to miss on Orange Grove Road.
When I retired, I told my wife, I said, Susan, do not let me lie around and become a couch potato. Tell me to get out the door and walk. Anyway, I started on my own. After walking 2 days, I went, I gotta pick up that stuff. I can't stand it. Because what you see in the car is only like 1/10 of what I actually see when I'm picking it up. So you wouldn't even see that.
Litter bugs him.
The wind blows it, then it'll be all up and down the street and it'll look like it was just spotty. But I actually started originating in one spot.
It's a source of pain in his hiney.
People don't realize how much this litter clogs up their drains that they complain about so much. This could get recycled.
He has found a winter wonderland of trash.
Come here.
And more new buds than he can count.
God, that's a whole can of beer. The guy that lives in that house brought me a Clemson sweatshirt, still in the plastic wrap with a nice note that says, thank you for making our days a little brighter. from a great neighbor, a good neighbor. Thank you again.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, that was cool. He come running up with that jersey, that sweatshirt, and I was going, oh my.
He rarely holds a straight line,
Left over from a picnic.
talks trash along the way.
Of course, I found this on the side of the road, so I might as well go ahead and use it. Well, unless it's got a hole in it, it's good. I've learned that it's pretty nasty out there.
Knows more about people than he would like.
People do personal hygiene, and yet throw their personal hygiene stuff out on the street.
He is a human garbage disposal, and healthier for it.
Come here.
You see, your waste has impacted his waste.
Ready for it to disappear? It's also win-win, 30 pounds less. My doctor's orders went from seeing me every 3 months to every 6 months because my blood work looks so good. I'm healthier than I've ever been in a while, let's put it that way.
There is no paper trail after Charles Robinson puts his best foot forward.
Leaves more room in the bag. There it is.
He has reached between the pines, collected thousands of pounds of trash, and has dumped his heart into a cause he champions day in and day out.
Now you see it, now you don't. God, this is about the best I've ever seen.
Get what it is, they don't know what they want to do.
The little man is watching,
She, told me how women are supposed to be treated.
intently focused on his father.
If I handle anger around my son by cursing or punching holes in the walls or punching my wife, what do you think he's going to do when he gets older?
Christian Rainey willingly opens old wounds for a group of College of Charleston students.
12 years ago, my mom and my 4 siblings were murdered by my mom's husband. And through that, obviously domestic violence is will be a part of my life forever, and connected to me personally and professionally.
Rainey is a captain with the North Charleston Fire Department. He puts his life and emotions on the line to save others.
There is some post-traumatic stress from your family being murdered. I mean, it does happen. In the profession that I'm in, I see these things happen sometimes. The first time that I witnessed a child dying, it hurt. I really didn't talk to that much people about it, but it was hurtful because sometimes in our job, you want to save that next life, And when I saw that little girl, the only thing I can imagine was my sister. And, we tried everything possible, and she didn't make it, and it crushed me.
A cabinet of memories are kept in Rainey's other office.
This is from the funeral. Probably most graphic to even be able to see somebody's head and hands in the casket. I think that people needed to see it because it's real.
He is the founder and CEO of Men Against Domestic Violence.
And all of my life struggles is what keeps me grounded in what I do now, because I understand how far you can come from having literally nothing.
5 years after his first Stop the Violence rally.
As I look through these pictures, I see growth. My journey, story.
Rainey's reach is extensive. He talks with middle school and high school students the dangers of teen dating violence.
No one's going to come out and say, I think you're very beautiful. I would like to take you out. 6 months from now, I'm going to punch you in your face. No one's going to say that. And I knew that education was the key to shake up the culture of domestic violence.
He recently stepped outside his comfort zone and shared his story at a Charleston TED Talk.
It was more than just my story. It was more than just what happened to my family. It was more about the work and the mindset that needed to be changed, the culture that needed to be changed.
And does it all with his mother close by.
I just refer back to this picture, which is why I wear it on my wrist every day. You know, it's a constant reminder, like I said, of her smiling, of the things that, you know, I do. And just knowing that she's happy and will be satisfied.
Domestic violence tears families apart,
I would love to see her smile, hear her voice.
rips at the fabric of communities,
The leading cause of death for women under 45.
and cycles from one generation to the next.
Most kids who grew up in households where they experienced domestic violence, they're 85% more likely to be the abuser or be abused.
You're just awesome. I mean, I know you get that all the time.
I'm a normal guy, just doing God's work.
Christian Rainey's work starts at home, cherishing these moments with his son, taking the steps to lead a community in need of direction and providing education to our young people.
And I'm definitely in it for the long run because I'm invested. I lost everything to it. You know, at this point, I feel like what else I have to lose?
Something special is cooking in North Charleston. A one-of-a-kind cafe, stripped of all judgment.
The spirit is really here of love and kindness, and we want to show that example in this world today.
Regina Scott Saunders.
Well, I was taught to always have good vibes in the kitchen, and it comes out in your food. They'll be happy.
Saw a community in need.
We also found people who were in the shopping plaza that were going through the trash cans in the morning looking for food. And it just got to the point that a lot of folks that came to here during the week, they didn't have a lot of funding, but they needed some good, healthy, home-cooked meal. Because they love lima beans!
And opened her nonprofit, Destiny Community Cafe.
And that's life at Destiny. We're grateful, though. I found a nonprofit network called One World Everybody Eats with other like-minded people like me who want to help people. I said, I'm not the only crazy person.
The recipe to the cafe's success? People pay what they can, or volunteer time for their meal.
When somebody do come here and they're struggling, I think I can encourage them more and they can see the light here when they volunteer, because they're like, Miss Regina, we see you go in that kitchen and you don't have hardly anything and you put a meal together. So to them, it's a miracle, but I guess I'm starting to get used to it now for the miracle meals.
There are never too many cooks in this kitchen, never too many guests in the cafe.
Thank y'all all for coming and being patient. We got blessed with a truck today, so we didn't know we were going to cook as usual. But when the truck showed up, we had options.
Even though Regina scrapes by, the blessings overflow. She operates strictly on monetary donations.
I know we cried when we opened it, and it came in an envelope with our address on the top and in the middle, and an anonymous cashier's check for $2,000. And we had never seen anybody give that kind and not even tell us who they were. So whoever you are, I don't know who they are. They left a nice note that told us to keep doing what we're doing.
Destiny opened its doors 3 years ago. Regina's faith tested daily.
God is good. He hears our prayers. And we made it 3 years.
But she says it's never been stronger.
I don't care if you worship the spirit, the universe, the earth, flowers, whatever, but there's still love, and you still got to give that love back out. And when you share it, you're going to receive it back. So I hope more of that is spread around this world. We've been through so much.
Her guests are no different.
I've had people that come here that only get $5 a food stamp. What do you do with that in a month?
They cook together, eat together, pray together.
We'll be eating bacon around Christmas again. Yeah.
Her prayer is the community will see the same light.
Tam, are you going to do a heavy veggie plate today?
And serve up a plate of goodness.
Because we always worked hard for what we do, and I try to encourage people to do the same thing. My grandparents raised me that way. But this is a community effort, so I'm asking our community to please to reach out and come experience it. They can see for themselves. I don't have to make up the stories. They can witness the stories Just hold on to the change.
The story, a familiar one. The fish, frozen catfish. 2 loaves of bread, Hawaiian rolls.
It's the reject.
Where everyone is fed and no one is turned away. It runs through the heart of Liberty Hill, one of North Charleston's oldest communities. A program designed to put kids on the right track.
I got another bus. Hey, how you doing, baby?
A foundation built
Go ahead, Ashley. Go ahead, Ashley.
on the ABCs.
Put that up, Zelia.
Words on the side of a building
Come on.
are put into action inside of it.
All right, Darius, come on, let's get something out.
The Liberty Hill Literacy Program, born out of necessity.
We had a lot of students going to high school and reading on the 3rd and 4th grade level. Lavender, take that finger out your mouth. Let's go find something to do. Let's say hello, everyone.
Hello. Robert Flood started the program 6 years ago.
So what are the 3 things? Do you remember?
We've been sort of blessed. So we start out at 20 and we are on board to getting to 100 this year. We want you guys to be a part of the robotics team, okay? Building robots, man.
It is a sense of pride. Like most of his kids, Flood, too, grew up in Liberty Hill.
I'm from a family of 8, number 7 of 8. Our parents instilled in us, you got to give back. Each one teach one. And I am my brother's keeper, and it takes a village.
No. From a reading-only program, Flood has expanded its reach.
We decided to just look at all the skills for development, social skills.
Water and sunlight.
Mm-hmm. We partnered with the Low Country Food Bank. Mr. Smalls, what's your total? Where the kids will get a healthy snack every day. All right, Miss Pat, you can send someone to pick up yours, please. We increased our partnership with the School of the Arts and Academic Magnet.
Water's one, yeah.
Where the kids from the high school
What does the sun give off?
were able to get
Carbon dioxide, yeah.
service hours if they volunteer here.
He has also flooded the children with new experiences.
I tell Mom that ain't gonna happen. He'll be here.
A trip to D.C. last year.
Tour the African American Museum, to tour the different monuments that were there, and just to get an opportunity to travel across 4 states to get there.
A trip to Georgia's on the books for this year.
It's taking them on Amtrak to Savannah, just so they could, because a lot of them see that train go up and down that track and haven't had an opportunity to ride that train.
So it's happening here in North America, especially out west.
Larry Jackson was part of Flood's inaugural class, now a 9th grader at North Charleston High School.
The sun.
Okay, so he might be blocking the sunlight.
His success can be traced back to the program.
Like, he really someone to look up to. He does everything. He's a hard worker. But if you one of them disrespectful kids, he will get on you. He will.
It's the exposure, it's the giving them an opportunity to say, I did that, just the smiles and the brightness in the eyes. Those are the things that just make me get goosebumps up and down my arms. Bye, baby girl.
Robert Flood has transformed lives. They now flock together.
Could you please say Trayvon in Malaysia?
Riding the rails to a better tomorrow.
All right, big man. All right. See you tomorrow.